Argentina were nearly out. Then Lionel Messi decided they weren't. 2 down, 11 minutes left, and Egypt 1 foot away from the biggest shock of this World Cup. Then everything changed in 13 chaotic minutes. 3 goals. A missed penalty turned into redemption, a disallowed goal. People are still arguing about today's final score, Argentina 3, Egypt 2. So how did the holders survive a night that nearly ended their defense? Let's get into it. This was Argentina's toughest night of the tournament, full stop. Egypt came to Atlanta with a plan, and for over an hour it worked to perfection. Yasser Ibrahim headed them in front after 15 minutes, finishing a deep cross from Marwan Attia. It was Argentina's first goal conceded in a first half at a World Cup since that infamous defeat to France. In 2018, they had the ball and the territory, but couldn't find a way through Egypt's low block. Then came the penalty. Messi stepped up after Nicolas Tagliafico was brought down by Haitham Hassan. Mostafa Choubert guessed right and saved it, Messi's second penalty miss of this tournament. Moments later, Choubert denied McAllister point blank, then somehow kept out Alvarez too. Egypt's goalkeeper was having the game of his life. On the hour mark, Egypt thought they doubled the lead through Mostafa Zico, only for VAR to chalk it off. We'll get into that shortly because it matters. Egypt didn't sulk, they simply went again, and this time Zico made it count, sweeping home a cross that started with Salah and ended with Hassan. 2-0, and Argentina looked cooked with 20 minutes left. But football doesn't care about your script, does it? Romero headed one back from a Messi cross. Then Messi leveled it himself, smashing home a rebound off the crossbar. And deep into stoppage time, Enzo Fernandez rose highest to head in a Lautaro Martinez cross and complete one of the great World Cup comebacks. So what actually happened with that disallowed goal, and why won't people stop talking about it? Around the hour mark, Mohamed Salah played in Zico, who calmly dinked the ball over the on-rushing Emiliano Martinez. Cue wild celebrations, then VAR stepped in and killed the party. Referee Francois Letexier was sent to the pitch-side screen for a foul on Lisandro Martinez right at the start of the move, well before the ball reached the Egypt attackers. Was it the right call? Depends who you ask. Some pundits questioned whether the incident was even far enough back in the build-up to matter, but under IFAB's own rules, VAR can review an attacking team's offense anywhere in the passage of play that leads to a goal, not just the final pass. By the letter of the law, it was correct, even if it felt brutal in the moment. Here's the thing, though, disallowing that goal didn't actually kill Egypt's momentum. They came straight back and scored a near-identical goal. 5 minutes later, Salah to Hassan. Hassan's cross swept home by Zico, for real this time. So the controversy mattered a lot less than the headline suggested. What mattered more was what came after. Frustration crept into the Egypt squad. They picked up yellow card after yellow card. Choubert, Fathi, Attia, even head coach Haitham Hassan was booked for arguing from the touchline. That discipline breakdown coincided almost exactly with Argentina finding their rhythm again. Games this tight are so often decided by which side keeps its head, and Egypt started to lose theirs at the worst possible time. Of course, it was Messi. When is it ever not? Argentina's captain picked up the Michelob Ultra Player of the Match award, and it wasn't close. Yes, he missed the penalty. That's now 2 spot kicks missed at this World Cup alone, making him the first player in history to do that in a single tournament. But look at what came right after that low point. He set up Romero's header that sparked the comeback. Then he took his own redemption, meeting Montiel's low ball and smashing a half volley off the underside of the crossbar and in. That's his 21st World Cup goal, his 8th of this tournament, and 9 straight World Cup matches with a goal now, a new all-time record. Beyond the numbers, it was the composure that stood out. Head bowed during the second half drinks break, looking beaten, and then somehow finding another gear exactly when his team needed him most. Head coach Lionel Scaloni could barely speak afterwards, saying he couldn't even look up because he was too emotional, praising what he called an incredible group of players. At the final whistle, the emotion said everything anyway. Tears, teammates lifting Messi into the air, a captain who refused to let this be the end. This was a scare, not just a scoreline, and Argentina fans should be worried as much as relieved. Argentina are into the quarterfinals, but the performance raises real questions. 19 shots, 64% possession, an expected goals value close to 3, and they still needed a stoppage-time header to survive against a side ranked far below them. Efficiency in front of goal has to improve fast because the next opponent won't be as generous with chances missed. They'll now face the winner of Colombia versus Switzerland on Saturday, and neither side is likely to sit back the way Egypt did for an hour. If Argentina fall behind early again, there may not be a comeback waiting on the other side. For Egypt, though, there's no shame here. Their greatest ever World Cup run ends with heads held high, a nation that pushed the defending champions right to the brink. If you predicted this result, comment below. Subscribe so you don't miss our next prediction. One thing's clear, Argentina's title defense is alive, but it's looking fragile. Next up, we're breaking down whether this Argentina side actually has enough left to go all the way, or if the cracks we saw tonight are starting to show for good. You won't want to miss that one.